Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time, being so serious. Idiots thinking it will matter, keep me company downtown before the clock runs out. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass.
In the first episode, we dealt with getting the car from where it was to the garage, and then we started working on it. So mainly we did paint work and tested out the parts or the issues the car had, the ones that we could be able to troubleshoot at that particular point. And then part 2, we dealt with more of the aesthetics, how the car will look. So we did install the tint, radio, and then we did have to put the spiral because the horn was not working. So after that, I got the car out of the garage, and in this video I will be testing out the car, because ideally that is what's supposed to happen. After you're done with the garage, since the car had not been used for quite some time, it is advisable that you test it out, and then you're able to gauge, is there any more issues that the car has. So this is more of the mechanical issues that the car might be having. So I have been testing the car out for quite some time now, and at some particular point I discovered that the car had an issue. So it had a miss. So Toyota guys call it a miss, and then Benz German guys call it hunting. So but it's still the same thing. So I came to the mech, and this is what we are sorting out. A miss is when your engine does not produce enough power, and this can be caused by different issues. So it may be the plugs, or maybe the fuel injector might be clogged, or the oxygen sensor might be faulty. And you get to diagnose this through different ways. So you might hear that your engine is making a funny noise. It is not like how an engine is supposed to sound. Or at times you may have black exhaust. At times, if you're like, for the German guys, they usually have the check engine. So you'll have the check engine on your dashboard. So that might be because of the miss. Or when your car is idling, it might produce a funny noise that tells you that there's something wrong with the engine. And also maybe when you're trying to accelerate the car, it might not peak the way it's supposed to peak. So different reasons might be causing the miss, and that is what we are going to check with the mechanic today. The first thing the mech recommended was changing the throttle, and thank God. The blue car, I had changed the throttle, but it turned out that the throttle in that blue car was okay, because after even getting a new throttle and putting it in the car, it did have the same issues. So what I did is I just used that throttle that I had removed from the blue car, and this is what the guy is installing. And then the thing with throttle is you cannot be able to test it out before you buy it. So maybe if the mech thinks that the throttle is the one that has an issue, you just have to buy it and then put it in the car, test it, and see if the issue goes away. Because for this particular item, for this particular part, it is very hard for you to test and see if it is not working. So the only way is you just have to buy a new part, install it, and so it's more of guesswork when you're dealing with throttles. After we had installed the throttle, we went for a test drive with the mechanic, and he noticed that he could hear some noise underneath the car. So after we got back, the first thing was to check underneath and see if there was an issue under the car. He noticed that the exhaust pipe, there's a place where it had cracked. So this is why we called this guy, and he was now to work underneath on the exhaust pipe.
But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. I'm afraid I'll end up nowhere. They keep saying I'll be fine, but how you know that I'll be there? When it feels like I'm lying every time someone asks how it goes, and I save the details that actually mean something. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. I'm afraid I'll end up nowhere. They keep saying I'll be fine, but how you know that I'll be there? When it feels like I'm lying every time someone asks how it goes, and I save the details that actually mean something. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. I'm not gonna wake up.
Some of these issues, the only time you can be able to know about them is after you have used the car for quite some time, since you find that most of these cars, they have stalled for a while. So most of the mechanical issues, they do manifest themselves after the car has now been used for some time. So I did realize that my car was smelling of fuel, and for so long, I think for a span of like around 2 or 3 weeks, I had been driving around with a car that was smelling petrol. And to make it worse is when it was sunny, the smell was so pronounced. So after a while, I decided to go to the mech, and he did open now the fuel tank. One thing that I didn't know is the fuel tank for this is at the back, so back seats. So they had to take the seat out, and then they open up, and we realized that the left side of the fuel tank was leaking, and it was leaking a lot of oil. So thank goodness that it was not something serious like I didn't spark a flame or something, because this is very dangerous, driving around with fuel that is just on the surface. So what he did is he noticed that the cover of the fuel tank had been worked on earlier, and the guys who did repair on it, they did some shoddy job, so that's why it was leaking. So the thing is, we're supposed to get another fuel pump. The cover, the top part, is what we're supposed to buy, but from the inquiries that we're doing, we were getting the whole tank with the cover. So most of the places were not selling the cover alone, so it had to come with a pump, and that was quite pricey. So he decided to work on it his own way, and ever since, the car has not leaked of any fuel. That is it, guys, for this particular car. Join me next month as I show you yet another car that we are working on. And if you like the car series, I have a whole playlist for you. You can check it out. I got other cars that I have worked on. Check them here.